All right, this is one of the coolest things I think I've seen in a while. Hamilton. Wow, I cannot believe that. We're gonna have to check that out. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Least Professional channel on YouTube. Before we get started today, if you could go down in the comments section and let me know what kind of camera you shoot with. Is it your camera phone, or do you have a standalone camera like I've got with my Canon? And if it is a standalone camera, or even if it's a phone, what kind of phone or what kind of camera are you using? Leave that down in the comments below. So let's go ahead and get started. So today we are in the Crooksville Cemetery in Crooksville, Ohio. The sun's going in and out of the clouds, so don't mind me. I'm starting out here looking at this this little tiny statue. It's sitting right there. It's about 10 feet away. And it got me thinking a little bit about depth and angle and perception in images. And something that I've picked up and learned over the past month or so is if you want something to stand out, and it's not, if it's a smaller statue, for instance, like what I've got here, but you want it to look amazing, you can use like a telephoto lens or a zoom lens of any kind, zoom in on it from a little bit far away, and you'll actually make it look bigger than it is. And you can do this with small statues, big statues, and you can also do this with angle. So if you get the angle down below something and you can get close enough to it, you can actually make it look like it's much bigger going up to the sky. That especially works if you have a solid cloud background, or if you have stars in the background, if you're taking a night picture. So that kind of stuff will help out as well. This cemetery, I'll tell you what, this is one of the coolest cemeteries that I've been to in a while. Just looking around here, we found some pretty cool stuff, so stay tuned later in the video for that. So I've also found this cool little statue right over here. I set up a little bit further away with this one. I don't know how well that's coming. It's a real small one. I wanted to try and capture this one kind of alone because it's really all by itself over there. So I wanted to kind of display that a little bit just to show off. You know, it's all about what you want to capture in an image and what you're looking for. It's your artistic presence. So you have to really pay attention to what you're looking for in an image, what you want to see out of it, and let your artistic vision kind of lead you. If you go the direction that you want to go with it, it's going to come out great. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes practice. The more you get out there, the more pictures that you take, the more edits that you do, the better you're going to get at it. And over time, you're going to wind up with some outstanding, stellar images that you never dreamed possible. I mean, I've only been doing this for a short time, but I've already caught some images that I just couldn't believe were mine when I saw them. I was like, wow, I took that? Especially after you get done with editing, because you can tweak so many little things and you can really make it pop, and you can bring whatever vision you had for it to life through editing. So keep that in mind as well. All right, so I was just talking about editing, and I came across this statue right here. Is kind of the epitome of the type of thing that I'm looking for when it comes to editing from an artistic point of view. So if we get down real close to this one here, you can see the shot that I'm going to be going for. Something getting these flowers in the foreground and the statue in the background. And the reason for that, and one of the things I really like to do, well, there's a little fly in there. That's a June bug. One of the things that I really like to do is I'll take all of the color in the background and bring it down. And then I'll leave the colors, I'll brighten the colors in the flowers in the front of the statue and kind of keep the statue colored in as much as possible, depending on how much color is in it. And to me, for what I'm looking to do artistically, that comes out really well. That's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for, is the color where you want the color, no color, you know, black and white in the background, or desaturate the color in the background. And I think that comes out really well. It's something that I've got some pictures, and when I get this one up, I will put that one in the video just so you can see what I'm talking about. But I've got other pictures just like that one on Instagram and Facebook just because that's kind of the feeling that I get, and you have to go with that. It doesn't matter if you're a photographer or a painter or a sculptor, any kind of artist. You have to have a vision in your head of what you want the final product to be when you're looking at, like the sculptor will look at the chunk of marble and they'll envision what they want it to be. The painter will look at the blank canvas and do the same thing. For photographers, we get to see the finished product of other artists a lot of the times, and we can take that and mold it into what we want it to be through photography, which is one of my favorite things about all this whole thing. So I'm gonna grab a couple pictures of this statue here. I'll look around here and see if I find anything more of interest on this side. But if I don't, there's another part of the cemetery, so we're gonna head over there right now. All right, so we are in Crooksville, Ohio, but you wouldn't know it based on the cemetery that we're in right now, because I kid you not, there's a statue I was not expecting to see in the cemetery. Do you recognize that guy right there? That is our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, in the stone flesh. And he's holding a document of some kind. I don't know if he gave a speech here. I'll have to look it up. That's what happens when you just find a random cemetery and go out to it looking to take pictures. You wind up finding stuff that you just don't expect. So that's incredible. So I'm gonna grab some shots of Mr. Lincoln here, and I think there's another statue down there that I'm gonna have to take a look at, because it appears to be a statue very similar to some of the ones to statues I've seen in other cemeteries. So I want to check that out, and it might be one of those deals where I'm just gonna have to look at the history or cemetery statue symbology. There's got to be something about that out there, right? So I'll have to check that one out in just a minute. But right now, I'm going to grab me some pictures of President Lincoln, and then I'll head over that direction. All right, so now we're going to check this one out over here. Yes, that's an anchor that she's got on. So I'm not sure if it's maybe a sailing reference. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I think it's probably some kind of a sailing reference. I'm not 100% sure, and I'll have to look it up later. That's something, if you know, put it down in the comments. But yeah, I'm not sure. I've seen that statue a couple of times now at different cemeteries, so I will definitely have to check that one out and do a little bit of research to figure out what exactly the symbolism is behind that one. You can see I got the camera set up over here. Just got done taking pictures, so I'll put those pictures up either right here or at the end of the video. Wow. I cannot believe that. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like this. The door's open. Let's go inside. So there you can see the door was open. Wow. This isn't a very big one. But check that out. Oh. Guys, I think the dead are rising. This should probably be concerning. Yeah, turn the camera around here. This guy died in 1924, or woman, guy, whoever they are. They died in 1924, and they're not in there. Like, the door's open, they're not inside. Like, this is the first time that I've been to a cemetery where there's a mausoleum and the door to it was open. Usually they're sealed up tight. Okay. Well, just for this, make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, and let me know what you think of it. This is cool. If I could find more stuff like this, it would be so amazing. I've got to get some pictures. So I'm going to add in some pictures and I'll put those at the end of the video. So make sure you stick around for those after the closing. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for this video. This was probably the best part for me. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below letting me know what kind of camera you use, whether it's a camera phone or a regular camera, and what kind. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more stuff like it, hopefully more stuff like this, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification next to that. That lets YouTube know that you're interested in the channel and that you want to be notified when they upload new stuff. So I think that's all I've got. I'll put some of the pictures I took at the end of the video here, so stay tuned for that. And click on the playlist that I've got over there. That's it. Have a great rest of your day.